Hey everyone, welcome back to Cooking with the Wook. Today what we're going to make is some chicken soup. Apparently, I've been hearing all my people's been getting sick, getting the flu, feeling ill. It's time to make them better. Alright, so what I want to do here is introduce the ingredients in today's chicken soup. We're going to start off with some garlic. It's about 4 cloves of garlic, roughly chopped. Also, what we've got here is some shallots. We've got about 4 shallots, roughly chopped or sliced on the crosswise. You can see here it's about 1/3 of an inch thick. As long as they're all the same size, no big deal. Also, we've got 3 medium carrots, chopped, however you'd like them. Got about 1 cup of celery, chopped. What you want to focus on here, folks, is getting the leaves in there. That's going to impart a lot of flavor. Additionally, we've got 1 bundle of green onions, just the green parts, roughly chopped. The piece de resistance, the chicken, yeah. Look how friendly she is. We've also got some white wine. We use about 1/2 cup of that. Probably about 6 cups chicken stock. Alright, let's get started. So, first things first, what you want to do is throw a little bit of oil in there. Probably about 2 or 3 tablespoons. No need to be exact. More the merrier. Go ahead and toss in your garlic and your shallots. Just go ahead and give those a stir for a couple of minutes. Probably over about medium-high heat. After a couple of minutes, you'll really notice the flavor coming out of both the garlics and the shallot. At this point, should you feel to do so, it's safe to add a little bit of salt, maybe like 1/2 teaspoon. Just kind of stir it up. So it's been about 4 minutes. As you can see, it's starting to brown slightly. Now's a really good point to add the wine. So we're going to slop in about 1/2 cup of white wine. Give it a good stir. Crank the heat up a little bit. Let's go ahead and throw in celery and the carrots. So what you want to do now is just cover it, let it kind of cook down in its own juices until the carrots start to get slightly soft, about 15 minutes. Now while your vegetables and white wine are simmering down, what you want to do is divest the chicken carcass of its meat. You can see I've done that. Go ahead and shred it roughly, or chop it, whatever, it's all the same. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes or so. As you can see, the shallots are beginning to turn a little bit translucent, and the carrot is starting to get a little bit smushable. So that moves us on over to the next step. I want to add about 6 cups chicken stock. For reference, that's 1 1/2 of one of these. At this point, it's also safe to go ahead and add this chicken. Go ahead and dump it right in there. If you're not making a mess when you're cooking, you're not doing it right. Go ahead and reduce the heat down to about medium. Go ahead and cover it. Check it every couple of minutes after it starts boiling. You'll be able to hear it. It's pretty obvious. As you can see, there's probably a pretty good chance that that's boiling from the steam. Right, so it looks like it's boiling. What we want to do here is go ahead and turn this down, probably to about medium-low. Let it simmer for about 20 minutes before we proceed. It's been about 20 minutes or so. As you can see, some of the chicken fat's starting to rise to the top. That's what gives it that nice yellow color. Chicken's also starting to shred a bit. And the carrots just fork tender. So what you want to do now at this point is to go ahead and add a couple handfuls of egg noodles. Don't need to be too exact. I've got big hands, so I'm going to throw 2 in there. If you've got small hands, you know, hey, add more. The more the merrier. It's all the same. What you want to do now with the noodles, go ahead and throw in those green onions. And at this point, you have 2 options if you want to add some spice. You can go ahead and throw in some black pepper. Or, if you happen to like the spicy, or you happen to be sick, go ahead and throw in a whole habanero, sliced up, nothing too spectacular. Probably about 1/2-inch slices. Go ahead and stir all the noodles into the broth with the chicken. Try and get most of them submerged. You want to cover this, let it simmer. If it isn't simmering, go ahead and raise the heat just a little bit. Slow and steady does the trick here. What we're going to do is let the noodles cook down, probably about 20 minutes or so, until they're starting to get just soft. Okay, so it's been about another 20 minutes or so. And as you can tell, let me get a noodle out here. So you can tell by the noodles, they're just done, just perfect. What we're going to do here is just go ahead and pull this off the heat. Looks like I'll be eating chicken soup for a while. So there we go. If you're sick and you make this, hey, you might get better, you might not. Either way, it's going to taste really good. Thanks for watching.